Всем привет! Сегодня мы продолжаем играть игру Noire, детектив. Сейчас, минутку, я загружусь. Так. Убийство секретарши. Следующее у нас дело. Окей, спасибо.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Так, окей. Ну, погнали.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that death.
Ordner says
Another
it'll take at
body
least a week to get an ID.
and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
When exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Guy gave his wife a cat. I said, all staring loving for.
Ну, окей, погнали. Так.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Так, сначала в ломбард.
Fine. Where are we headed?
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Так.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Так. Это у нас что за колечко?
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Ну все, погнали дальше.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Так, поедем на место преступления. Так.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Perp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. The Dahlia letters are genuine, and the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Ничего у нас нету. Нету. Так, ну ладно, пойдем сначала труп посмотрим. Потом со свидетелями поговорим.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Новая улика, бродяжничество.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Ну все. Так, ну походим, посмотрим, что тут у нас есть. Так. Сент-Дэвид-стрит, 2122, Бриджпорт. Вот адрес, походу. Милая Эвелина, надеюсь, ты будешь читать это письмо в лучшем состоянии, когда мы расстались. Мы наговорили друг другу много лишнего. Ты тогда слишком много выпила, мы оба знаем, какой ты бываешь после этого. Но я пишу тебе не для того, чтобы нападать и обвинять. Я хочу извиниться. Мое сердце чуть не разорвалось, когда я увидела, что с тобой сделали девочкой, что она делает с тобой. Эвелин, алкоголь разрушает твое тело, и душу видеть это мне тяжело. Ты думаешь... Так. Но лишь всемогущий Господь присудит нас, и поэтому я прошу у тебя прощения. Я посоветовалась по поводу тебя в одном санатории здесь, в Коннектикуте. Они говорят, что твое состояние — это болезнь, ее можно вылечить. Тебе просто надо поправить здоровье, это не...
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Так, что тут еще у нас? Кинокомпания Keystone Film. Имя Эвелин Саммерс, отдел юридический. Действительно, до 31 октября 1941
We could go
года.
over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Ну все. Так. Это у нас что? Барменша.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Винный магазин Левайна. Два больших чемодана, маленький чемодан, матрас, подушка, простыня, 3 фото в рамках, щетка для волос, кегля, косметика, одежда. Ну, фигня, короче, тут одна.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's not even worth investigating.
Так. Что-то у нас еще есть. Все получается у нас.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Так, нам позвонить надо. Сейчас сначала позвоню.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
Так, ладно, я там еще не со всеми поговорил.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Так, сейчас с этим поговорить надо.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Да,
It's not against the law.
пипец.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine.
Губная помада.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Так, контакт с уликами.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. took a look.
Не верю я ему.
You found her lipstick. What did you write on her body?
What are you talking about? I didn't write anything.
Неправильный вопрос, так.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Сейчас что-то не договаривает.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Как он любит бить.
You get this sack of
Пипец.
shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Так. Все, нам, видимо, дальше надо ехать. Погнали.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ну, давай сначала в бар съездим.
You read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Так, барменша.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask her out.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Так, последний контакт с
Did you
жертвой.
see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Наверное, врет.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Так, криминальное
Do you
прошлое.
have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Ну, давай тоже под сомнение поставим.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Ну окей, погнали.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
В винный магазин давай сходим.
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Так, что тут у нас? Пипец. Еще она здесь жива. Так, это что у нас? Эвелин Саммерс.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Так, это что у нас? Боулинг Роулинг.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Кистон Фильм. Ну что, ты себе
work in the pictures? A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Ну все. Больше у нас тут ничего нету. Так, это что у нас?
She wasn't always such a loner.
Метафизика Аристотеля.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Подожди-ка, может ее раскрыть можно? Гроссвеннер
She was
Маккафи.
borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Так, это что у нас? У нее сестра была, походу. Так. Ну все. А нет, мужик ушел. Так, контакт
We were
жертвы.
trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Ничего не врет.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to her.
Так,
Were you
сидишь
and Evelyn
жертвой.
close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Давай сомнения.
When Evelyn bought the booze, did she say who she was meeting or where she was going?
A young drinking friend of hers, I think. Don't recall his name.
Неправильно.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Давай сомнения.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem.
Ну, почти все правильно.
I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Ну все, поехали.
You know the way. You can drive.
Поехали в боулинг.
Where are we headed?
Car 11K, Car 11K, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, go to.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Ну, поехали обратно в отделение. Может, кого-то допросить опять надо будет.
I got the jitters again.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Seems like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
They weren't even his prince and he still confessed.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Все-таки это один и тот же маньяк, как я и думал.
People like you, but I had to pay admission.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell. How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you get that desk.
Goddamn Bruins are having a season from hell.
Сейчас позвоним.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help.
Окей. Погнали дальше.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
You can drive.
Так,
Where exactly
поехали
are we
в
going?
боулинг.
That bum took a swipe down my back.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What's it got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Какой моральный полицейский. Вообще пофиг кого посадить.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Какая бабушка забавная.
He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Beers all around, doll. Skeleton goes into
Где
a
этот
bar.
чувак?
Would recommend
Down the
special
left side of the alley.
Где-то слева от дорожек.
Can I get a bowl of that chili?
Goddamn Bruins are having a season from hell.
That broad has socks in it.
This is a taste.
Там есть проход за дорожкой куда-нибудь?
Drove me up to Mulholland? I needed to know.
Так,
That's one
наверное,
heck of a
сюда
Sunday.
надо.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Надо же, значит. У него есть грех за душой, раз он от них убегает. Сейчас еще и уедет. Вот зараза. Ну давайте,
There.
садитесь, будем гнать за ним.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Сейчас он опять будет стрелять по подозреваемому. Любит он
Another
от него.
runner. At least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all some trouble. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Все, он, походу, остановился. Ну, давай, выходи, зараза.
Put your hands in the air!
Чего они все убегают? Или убегают, или дерутся. Ну ладно, погнали.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Так, давай квартира Макафи.
Where are we headed?
They're gonna understand it's all giving up.
Квартира Макафи, 7:14. Вечер у нас уже. Так. Какая у нас номер квартиры-то? Вроде 6-я. Нет, это 8-я.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Как они пунктуальны. Без ордера, навалились, сломали. Ну ладно, сейчас поищем, что тут у нас есть полезного. Так, телефон. Так, книжка.
Hasn't given me anything to go on.
Все, что ли, больше ничего. Такая маленькая квартирка.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Что-то мы ничего не нашли. А вот кровь. Как будто кто-то подложил. И правда подозрительно.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Че он не берет рубашку-то? Ладно, идем посмотрели и хватит. Так, это что у нас? Займет много времени, тебя подлечат, и ты приедешь домой. Я вернул твои вещи в твою старую комнату, там на двери есть замок, и ты сможешь приходить и уходить, когда пожелаешь. Я буду заботиться о тебе, и ты вернешься к нормальной жизни. Я знаю, что у тебя изменился статус, поэтому не уверен, что мое письмо дойдет до тебя. Но я молю Бога, чтобы ты его получила и прислушалась к моим словам. Я каждый вечер молюсь за тебя и прошу Господа, чтобы однажды ты постучала в мою дверь, и все плохое между нами забылось. С любовью и пониманием, твоя мать Августа Саммерс.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Incidental.
Ну все. Так, нам сейчас надо на крышу.
Talk to Grosvenor. I've got housework to do.
That's a guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you.
Так, окей. Вот это, походу, у нас ход на крышу. Сейчас он от нас тоже убегать надо будет. Все как обычно.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit
Do
down
not
and
lose
we'll
that
talk.
son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Куда он убежал-то? А, вот гад. Блин, это что за вниз спускайся? Все убегают, пипец. Давай, беги быстрее, беги, беги, ты его догонишь.
Hurry! You can still catch him!
Не туда.
Shoot the creep!
Где там проход? Все, я походу его упустил. Дело закрыто, подозреваемый скрылся. Эх, ну ладно, давай снова.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Дурак. Давай, прыгай. Что-то я, походу, не туда побежал.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
McCaffrey,
Поймал.
you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's gotta be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Пойдем, сейчас надо допрашивать будем.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick, and you'll get roasted.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Так, связь с жертвой.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Врет.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Так, пропавшее кольцо, во имя смерти, разорванное письмо. Так, разорванное письмо. Книга. Ну, давай с письма.
Seems there's a serious gulf between what you think you know and what you actually do, detective.
Такая любимая
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Сомнения.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the fifth columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
It's either gonna be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail that son of a bitch.
I've been in this job 20 years.
Так, а где другой сидит? Еще ж должен быть допросная.
When is America gonna understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Рум 1, рум 2. Может, заново можно подопрашивать. Ну-ка попробую. Этот придурок не нравится.
Find another fall guy, detective. I'm done.
Так, вот первая допросная. Ну, там никого нету. А нет, это не первая.
Tell a man that there are 400 billion stars in the blue. Tell him a bench has wet paint on it and it has good touch.
You think the Vice Boys get any on the side?
А вот первая допросная.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Так, связь с жертвой.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Давай сомнения.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Так,
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
Ну, вроде не врет.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
Так, алиби Джеймса
You and
Тилера.
Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Давай сомнения.
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Do you
Доступ к
own a car,
аудиоубийству.
Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Ну, вроде истина.
Evelyn was beaten to death with a lug wrench. We found a wrench at McCaffrey's apartment.
You see? It was McCaffrey. He had nothing but hatred for me and Evelyn.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Ну, пойдем снова его допрашивать. Подожди-ка. Что там с телефоном?
I'm praying that those prints come through.
Operator,
so I
message
can
for
nail that son of a
KGPL.
bitch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks, ma'am.
Так, окей. Военная
You were in the
служба.
war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Ложь.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Криминальное прошлое Маккейв. Так, Попавшее кольцо, сумочка, губная помада, книга, монтировка. Так, криминальное прошлое.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Ну давай предъявить обвинение.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot at the prison graveyard.
Ну, сам сознался, что забил ее до смерти. Так что фиг его знает. Улик 15, 17, 16. Дело закрыто. Хорошо. Правильный вопрос 6 из 14. Так. Ну все. Так, погнали дальше.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first and try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Да, война это жутко. Так, новое дело. Убийство на Новой Луне.
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's
Так, что тут у нас? Сука, чего, найди меня.
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
I saved a whole year for that car.
Девясь, они глядели в небеса, а музыка гремела и гремела. Я спрятался в фонтан в тенистом сквере, лежал как отражение луны. Под зеленью листов на зыбкой влаге. Новый лик отрывок из драмы Шелли. Это что такое? Поэзия Перси Биши Шелли. Не верьте в торжество несовершенства. Так. Ну, короче, стишок он зачитывает из этой книжки. Так, давай быстрее читай.
To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrell.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrells murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too
peel
good to be
along,
true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed... What does he want it
Where are
to
you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
What? Story with 2 meanings. Symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Че, мы уже на главного убийцу вышли, походу.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Ну, погнали, погнали.
Gotta have it.
You're behind the wheel.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not gonna take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
Першинг-сквер. Так, ну все, приехали к фонтану. Интересно, что здесь надо найти.
Rather you than me, Phelps.
Посмотрим наши задачи. Так, смотреть Першинг-сквер. Поймайте меня, да руку ясно, что нас заманивают в ловушку, но другого выхода нет. В камеру смертников уже отправились 5 невинных людей, так что пришло время положить этому конец.
Oh, sister, I was so tight I couldn't walk. I recognize that last name.
You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
Здесь есть пещера, вся она кругом обвита сетью вьющихся растений. Семью цветов преградой для дня. Мерцает под отливом изумруда. Звучит фонтан, как песня пробуждения. С изогнутого верха сходит вниз. Как серебро, как снег, как бриллианты. Холодные спирали слезы гор. Информация об улике обновлена.
All overgrown with trailing odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
Какая-то новая подсказка, куда дальше. Так, это что у нас? Номер социального страхования.
Elizabeth Short. Betty Short. Black. Elizabeth Short Social Security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Sure.
not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out? You got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
Откройте карту, чтобы увидеть найденные достопримечательности. Выберите дальнейший маршрут. Да фиг его знает, куда надо.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the newspaper.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Да, и правда, куда мы едем? Так, а как там карту открыть-то? Люди, улики, места, задачи. Ну-ка, задачи. Расшифровать второй отрывок. Может, улики? Письмо черной орхидеи. Послание от убийцы черной орхидеи. Вот, первый отрывок. Я спрятался в фонтане. Так. Второй отрывок. Здесь есть пещера, вся она кругом, обвита сетью вьющихся растений. Семьей цветов преградою для дня мерцает под отливом изумруда, звучит фонтан, как песня пробуждений, с изогнутого верха сходят вниз, как серебро, как снег, бриллианты, холодные спирали, слезы гор. Да фиг его знает. Может, нам телефон нужен?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Я вообще не знаю,
Where
куда
we
ехать. Как нам карту открыть? Так, ну-ка, как нам карту открыть? Посмотрим в настройках. Так, управление, клавиатура, мышь. Так, пешком, ходьба, показать напарника, позвать напарника. Так, поговорить, перезарядить. Так. Режим камеры. Масштабирование миникарты. Может это? Ну-ка. А, вот М-карта. Все. Так. Aegis Flight. Пещера Першинг Сквер. Уличная библиотека. Декорация фильма «Нетерпимость». Так, это что у нас? Спрятанный автомобиль. Интересно, нафига? Что у нас? Место уличного преступления. Ну и куда нам дальше? Великая стена Вавилона была построена для съемок фильма. Вряд ли нам сюда. Ну-ка, всю карту посмотрим. Так, это у нас что? Вокзал. Крашенная мраморным садами. Чего название последней великой железнодорожной станции. Так. Все, больше у нас ничего нету. Надо по каким-то достопримечательностям выбрать, куда ехать. Да, шутники, однако. Так, это у нас что? Ладно, выйдем отсюда. Игрок, напарник, машина игрока, отделение полиции, достопримечательность. Нужно что-то из достопримечательностей выбрать, я так понимаю. Так, давай-ка мы выйдем отсюда. Попробуем интуицию использовать. Тут как-то вообще непонятно. Ну-ка, интуиция. Че, у нас нет баллов? 1 балл интуиции. Че, мало, что ли? Ну ладно, тогда будем гадать. Поехали к декорациям фильма.
You can drive.
Him. It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citation. What a day to be a cop. That pencil-pushing Parker won't be able to
Да,
show
это
him
мы
the
лишь
side.
бы грохнуть. Не знаю, правильно, нет, я приехал. Как мне сюда войти?
What the hell?
Нам, я так понимаю, сюда надо. Здесь что-то я не вижу прохода. Видимо, неправильное место я выбрал.
Broad has socks in it, Brazil.
That's the cop from the newspaper.
Get out of here. Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Ну, блин, не, походу. А, нет, он полез. Ну и фиг его знает. Вообще сейчас куда ехать? Непонятно. Так, ладно, я думаю, все равно угадаем. Не, походу, это не это место, это точно. Ну, поехали обратно. Блин, интуицию толком не использовать.
You look at this clown.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
That's the guy from the paper who solved that big case.
See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case with that lady cut up.
Так, ну-ка почитаем еще наши задачи.
From its curved roof, the mountain's frozen tears hang down, raining forth doubtful light.
Doubtful is right.
A chandelier. The glass dome at the halls of justice. It's worth a shot, Rusty.
Okay, Professor, one shot's all we got.
Ну, наконец-то, блин, догадался. А то мне кататься куда попало.
So bad.
Дебил, пипец. Не-не, я я не хочу. Пусть напарник едет.
Can you drive to this one?
Я уже думал, придется тыкаться во все подряд. Найдена достопримечательность 7 из 30. Так, значит, нам сюда. Да, преступник тут вообще пипец наглый и дерзкий.
Can I help you, sir?
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Так, это что у нас? Ну-ка, вот так взять можно, мигает.
Let's go.
Куда пошли? А. По лестнице. Видимо, убийце скучно стало, он нашел подсказки.
Going out there, Rusty.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be.
Блин. Давай залезай. Он еще и падает. Забавно. Ладно, давай иди. Я бы не полез. Это слишком экстремально. Ну и нафига. А, вон часы.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
Так, что тут у нас? Где поэзия и свет, где скульптуры привет, где наука, вздохнув от усилия, ключевою водой и росою молодой, освежает дедаловы крылья. Новая улика, третий отрывок.
Temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
Да, где ты это видел? Давай думай, чувак.
Jesus Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing. Find a rope, Rusty. There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it. Wait.
Люстру жалко.
Come on, come on. It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
Сейчас я погибну. Чувак, давай раскачивай уже. Полицейский ранен, дело провалено. Вот мудак. Не мог нормально с люстры спрыгнуть. Как оно баловость-то вообще пипец? Непонятно.
Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing. Find a rope, Rusty. There There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it. Swing. Come on.
О, получается.
Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
Давай, прыгаем, да. Прыгай. Ну, наконец-то, блин, вообще без руки. Я бы уже давно сам перепрыгнул бы. Ну, какой неудачник, пипец.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
A Molder dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Так. Куда нам дальше ехать? Ну-ка посмотрим места. Подожди-ка. Посмотрим улики, третий отрывок. Ознакомимся. Второй. Вот третий отрывок. Ну-ка. Где поэзии свет, где скульптура привет, где наука, вздохнув от усилия, ключевой водой и росой молодой освежает дедовые крылья. Может, это что-то... Библиотека какая-нибудь? Знаете, что-то такое было на карте. Ну-ка. Какая-то достопримечательность типа библиотеки. Не помню только где. Памятник стоит на месте основания Лос-Анджелеса. Нет, не то. В его здании участвовали архитекторы Джан и Дональд Паркинсон. Это вокзал. И где-то тут была какая-то то ли библиотека, то ли еще какая-то херня. Engine Flight. Самая короткая железная дорога в мире. Так, это что у нас? Это Першингс-сквер. Мы здесь были. Вот, публичная библиотека. Ну, погнали.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. Got you now, genius. Coming for you.
Публичная библиотека Лос-Анджелеса. 3 часа 30 минут. День. Так.
I'm pulling rank here, Cole.
Подняться
Not
на
hauling
башню.
myself up there. Go get him, Tiger.
You'd slow me down anyway, old-timer.
Как нам туда подняться? Наверное, где-то здесь вход должен быть. Интересно, интересно. Тогда нужен набор скалолазания или крылья. Больше не знаю, как подняться. Что он там лечит? Может, он придумает. По трубе, что ли? Да. Сейчас она как обвалится, как бухнет вниз. Да, так. А где наш напарник? Бросил нас, предатель. Так. Вот сыкло, блин. Я бы и топ нормально прошел с собой. Даже нормально пройти с ним, может не упасть. Так, что там у нас дальше? О, какой каскадер, как принц Персии. Так. Пойди потом здание обрушится, когда он залезет. Ну ты дурак. Ты чё падаешь все время? Только насмерть разбиться можно.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Почему в нужную сторону? Ничего, мы сюда приперлись. Может, все-таки на той площадке надо слезть. Ну-ка попробую здесь. Вась, Вась, Вась. Не хочет, зараза. Значит, все правильно, видимо. Наверное. Что-то тут за лабиринт непонятный. Так. Ну нет, нормально, вроде все правильно мы пришли. Почти забрались. Так, а сюда можно войти? Так, нет, нельзя. Так. А, вот он. Гадство какое.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Так, еще одна улика. Так, тут что у нас? В круг чьей толпы смеялась смерть эмблемы, погибшие и умерших разрушений, развалина в развалине, обломки обширных населенных городов, чьи жители, засыпанные прахом, когда-то были, двигались и жили. Толпой нечеловеческой, хоть смертной, лежат изображения страшных дел, раскинутые их грубые скелеты, их статуи, их капища, дома, объятые седым уничтожением, в угрюмой беспощадной глубине.
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
Это больше похоже или на кладбище, или на какое-то, ну не знаю, древнее захоронение, что ли.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. You must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
Ну, блин. Расшифровать. Ну, блин, сам расшифруй, если такой умный пипец. Я хоть с библиотекой додумался, и то хорошо. Так, где наша машина? Так, ну ладно, посмотрим, какие у нас еще есть достопримечательности на карте. Так. Так, это у нас библиотека, мы тут уже были. Это что? Лос-Анджелесский фуникулер. В 1901 году получил звание самой короткой железной дороги в мире. Нет, это точно не то. Так, городской архив. Башни-близнецы. Нет, тут мы были уже вроде. Этот памятник стоит на месте основания Лос-Анджелес. Место для него выбрал миссионер Хуан Крести, а сам город основан лишь 11 из 7 поселенцев. Так. Юнион Стейшн. Его здание участвовали архитекторы Джонатан и Дональд Паркинсон. Взял вокзал, открылся. Нет, не то. Ну, что-то типа кладбища надо, не знаю. Декорация фильма «Нетерпимость». Великая стена Вавилона была построена для съемок фильма Давида. Нетерпимость мимо алтаря трона и под 8 огромными гипсовыми слонами прошло более 3000 актеров массовки. Фильм самый дорогой в то время провалился в проекте. Так, что у нас еще есть? Это у нас машина. Больше нет у нас достопримечательностей. Надо побегать, может он что-нибудь еще придумает. Давай, думай, думай.
Galloway, I need you. Hold on, I'm coming.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Any ideas?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
Что за смола?
Goddamn Bruins are having a season from hell.
Too slow, Rusty.
Давайте, еще идеи выдавайте. Я вообще не знаю, куда ехать. Пойду, что ли, на то место съезжу, где достопримечательности были. Ну-ка, почитаю еще раз письмо. 4-й отрывок. Вокруг чьей толпы смеялась смерть, эмблемы погибших, умерших разрушены, развалины на развалине, обломов и обширных населенных городов, чьи жители засыпанные прахом. Ну, попробую туда еще съездить, где мы ездили.
You can drive. And where exactly are we going?
Так, давай-ка я поставлю на карте эту отметку. Не знаю, так наугад тыкаюсь.
You're behind the wheel.
He brought in that case that poor lady killed in City Hall.
A fine gentleman playing.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty. As long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
Да, его еще раскрыть это дело, уже не знаю, правильно, нет, и выбрал достопримечательность.
Double time, Rusty. Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Ну-ка, что у нас с местами? Нет, он не отобразил, значит, мы не туда приехали все-таки. Кладбище какое-то нужно. Или мемориал какой-нибудь, не знаю. Попробуем на другие места какие-нибудь поездить. Самый знаменитый архитектор Лос-Анджелеса реконструировал эту площадь, добавив огромный фонтан, украшение Херувимом, пагубу назвал в честь генерала Джона Першинга. И Второй мировой здесь проходил набор добровольцев. Так, это что, публичная библиотека? Короткая железная дорога в мире. Так, это что у нас? Городской архив, тут мы уже были. Последняя великая железнодорожная станция. Может, это? Попробуем сюда.
You know the way. You can drive.
At least as
Опа, тут преступник вроде бы.
You're crazy.
If I'm crazy, it's your fault. Running around behind my back. How am I supposed to trust you, goddammit?
Whoa, sir. I think you ought to calm down.
Mind your own goddamn business. Why is everybody always on my case?
Вот гад.
Officer down! Watch it!
Whatever you like, mister, but don't shoot me.
Give it up, old man!
what the heck? Get the bastard. Give me some cover.
Дело провально, полицейский ранен. Вот гад, от меня взял, меня еще и подстрелил.
Any Century unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
If you want to leave that one to the uniforms, that's fine. We've got plenty to get on with.
Это далеко довольно. Так.
You can drive.
Так.
You're crazy.
If I'm crazy, it's your fault. Running around behind my back. How am I supposed to trust you, goddammit?
Whoa, sir. I think you ought to calm down.
Mind your own goddamn business. Why is everybody always on my case?
Officer down! Watch it!
Take whatever you like, mister, but don't shoot me.
Give it up, old man!
Get the bastard. What the hell?
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Lay down some fire.
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force.
Cover me.
Молодца. Я его подстрелил.
Car 11K. Code 4 at Alvera Street, but I'll need an ambulance. Shots fired. Suspect is down.
Roger on your ambulance, 11K. All units be advised, code 4 at the Alvera Street Plaza.
Did you read about the 12-state case in the papers? That's a detective who solved it. Those poor kids losing everything.
That's the guy from the
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Ну и куда мы это приехали?
He drove me up to Mojave.
Че, у нас нет баллов интуиции? Нет. Ранг нам не подняли, жалко.
Galloway, I need you.
Hold on, I'm coming.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
Ну, у нас нет ничего такого, связанного со смолой.
I think he's a bit of a gangster, but he treats me nice.
Может, это железная дорога какая-нибудь? Ну-ка. Посмотрим, что еще у нас на карте есть. Так. Это памятник. Это что у нас? Это вокзал. Как он называется? Последняя великая железнодорожная станция. Ну, давай сюда съездим. Я уж не знаю, куда ехать. Напарник какую-то смолу напоминает.
You're behind the wheel.
Что-то мы как-то высадились далеко от значка.
What I missed?
Double time, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on, I'm coming.
Of dead destruction, ruin within ruin, ruined skeletons, jammed in the hard, black, deep.
Yeah? I don't get it.
The tar pits, Rusty. All those remains they found there, of course our guy's attracted to it.
Well, let's hope he got stuck in them.
Ну, наконец-то. А то я бы долго гадал бы.
Can you
куда
drive to this one?
ехать.
ATI Radio. Check local publications for times of your...
Уэслевские битумные озера. 4:10 п.м. Наверное, достопримечательность 8:30. Ну и куда нам здесь надо?
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Very funny.
Да, смешной такой пипец. Так, добраться до острова.
Whoa! Gonna move on, Coldwell.
Так, и как нам это сделать? А, вон.
Easy. Gonna move on, Coldwell's boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils? The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Steady.
How you doing out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing. Whoa!
Не совсем понятно, как тут точно ходить. Я, походу, круги нарезаю. Так.
Easy. That's at the forefront of my thinking.
Почти пришел, почти. Так.
Easy.
Так. Ну вот мы добрались. Так, что тут у нас? Где наша записка? Туфля, наверное, от этой Золушки. Давай же.
One of Teresa Terrelson's shoes.
Так, что тут у нас? А из другой прогалины стремится с гармонией окружающей циклонов, иная сфера сотни тысяч сфер, как будто в ней вращаются кристаллы, могли бы с ней, но сквозь нее, сквозь простор пустой плывет сияние музыка.
A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
Ну да, и правда, куда теперь? Может, какой-то театр или еще что-то в этом роде? Непонятно.
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe and another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confession from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run round all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
Да, расшифровать 5-й отрывок. Снова мне кататься по городу. Ну ладно, посмотрим, может что-то подойдет. Так, сейчас мы еще раз глянем, что там у нас еще есть. Библиотека. Ну, тут уже были. Давай к декорациям фильма пусть гоняет для начала. Там разберемся.
You can drive.
So this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
Rise and shine yeast in your...
Так. Нет, это, конечно, не то на место. Может, напарник еще что подскажет. Ну-ка.
Over here, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
This guy's got a screw loose.
Сейчас стишок прочитаю последний. Так, улики. Так. Вот, 5-й отрывок. Ну-ка, почитаем. Отрывок из драмы Шелли. Освобожденный Прометей. А что он не читает? Странно. Так, задачи. Расшифровать 5-й отрывок. А вот. Убийство на новолуние. Так, экзамен... Так, экзаменер получил новую улику, и сверить этому письму убийца лезет под шот, теряв терпение, оставляет. Так, это не то. Я думал, тут сам отрывок будет прочитан. А, нет, вот есть. Ну-ка, что-то я не понял. 5-й отрывок тогда. Вот. А из другой прогалины стремится с гармонией кружащихся циклонов, иная сфера сотни тысяч сфер, как будто в ней вращаются кристаллы, могли бы с ней по плотности сравниться, но сквозь нее, как сквозь простор пустой, плывет сияние музыка. Непонятно. Нет, подожди-ка. Посмотрим. Может, у нас есть какие-то на карте достопримечательности открытые. Так, библиотека это не то. Першинский мы уже были. Может, вокзал? Ну, давай сюда приедем.
You're behind the wheel.
Не, походу не то место. Так.
Double time, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Нет, не вокзал. Так. Какие у нас есть еще достопримечательности? Так. Это памятник. Городской архив мы тут были. Так, это у нас что? Отделение полиции. Может, на место преступления съездить, я на без дела сижу. Так.
You know the way. You can drive.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
11K, go ahead.
11 King. Citizen reports man with a gun at the intersection of Union Avenue and Rockwood Street. 11 King, code 2.
Broadcasting from Los Angeles, California, this is KTI Radio. And now, news from Washington.
God damn it! I said cough it up! I'm not gonna say it again. Say That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Да, пипец он какой.
Give it up, LAPD!
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Подозреваемый скрылся. Вот гад.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
We can take...
God damn it! I said cough it up! I'm not gonna say it
Так,
again.
называется
Say, "Ну-ка,
недоразумение.
ну-ка, yeah!" That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Пипец, человека пристрелил за то, что кто-то его не понимает. Да.
Give it up, LAPD!
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Watch it. There he is. See him?
Уходит, гад, уходит. Что, кругами, что ли, бегает? Где он?
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Готов.
Over here, Rusty. Hold on, I'm coming.
Ну, давайте идеи, выкидывайте новые. Я пока поеду, может, еще преступление какие раскрою. Так, это у нас что? Спрятанный автомобиль. Художественный музей. Может, сюда?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Неужто я угадал? Хм. Что они так далеко вышли от него-то?
You know the way. You can drive.
Уж художественный музей должен был приехать. Так, ну вот, правильно, значит. Нифига себе, нам по этим лабиринтам ходить, пипец. Прям какой-то лабиринт Минотавра.
On it goes. When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
Ой, новый балл интуиции, ура. Так, и куда нам? А, нам туда.
That's the guy. I heard he
he's an honest cop. Now that's an oxymoron for you.
You ever been in here, Galloway?
No. I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I'm gonna wait here and have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meetings.
Какой ленивый пипец.
Are you drunk, mister, or you just cracked?
Долго я по этому лабиринту бродить-то буду. Хотя бы какой-нибудь компас дали бы. Давай сюда. Это знак, что я правильно иду или наоборот. А нет, походу пришел. Надо же. Так, что тут у нас?
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry.
Кольцо с гранатом Селин Генри. Так, это что у нас? Так, суды и тюрьмы, все, что было в них, все, что их спертым воздухом дышало, орудия пыток, цепи и мечи, и скипетры, троны, тома холодных жестоких размышлений, как варварские глыбы громоздились, да в тень того, чего уж больше нет, чудовищные образы, что смотрят с бессмертных обелисков.
Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and prisons. No, it couldn't be.
Ну что, он догадался, что ли? Все.
See? That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
Isn't he the cop that won the medal and is solving all the cases? See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case.
Уже ночь. А мы все бегаем.
Look, that's the latest thing.
Goddamn Harry thinks he could get fresh whenever he pleases.
Так, у нас место не появилось.
You can drive.
Нет, не появилось. Так.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Давай еще раз почитаем улики. Последний отрывок. Так, 6-й отрывок. Суды и тюрьмы, все, что было в них, все, что их спертым воздухом дышало, орудия пыток, цепи и мечи, скипетры, троны и тиары, тома холодных жестоких размышлений, как варварские глыбы громоздились, как тень того, чего уж больше нет, чудовищные образы, что смотрят с бессмертных обелисков. Да. Что это может быть? Ну-ка посмотрим карту. Может, снова угадаем. Битумные озера мы тут были. Тут у нас что? Спрятанный автомобиль. Тут тоже. Декорации фильма. Ну, давай сюда, что ли, съездим. О, давай на место преступления съездим. Ну-ка. Подожди-ка, я могу интуицию применить для поиска улики? Нет, не могу. Ну ладно.
You're behind the wheel.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
This is car 11K. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 11K. Your 211 is at 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 11K, handle code 3.
Go to hell, Parker!
Так, организованное
No way I'm
преступление.
going down without a fight.
Козел.
Drop the weapon, hands behind your head.
Yeah?
Fuck you too.
God damn it, get out.
Put your hands in the air. Give it up, LAPD. Don't make me chase you.
Give me that drain pipe.
Где он? Куда я его потерял? То ли в здание куда-то забежал. Не пойму. Вот козел.
He's leaving us this trail of evidence.
Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us. Physically. Can you drive to this one?
The Titan guy, who had the stoush with God.
Very good. You thinking about reading some Shelley?
All that egghead stuff. I'm sticking to the funny papers and the form guy. You sleep better at night.
Декорации фильма. О, значит мы правильно приехали?
There's the throne up there. Now it's just a matter of getting to it.
Да. Как нам туда вскарабкаться? По лестницам придется. Погнали, надо какой-то трон найти. Там у нас новая улика и зацепка.
Double time, Rusty.
I'm busy here, Phelps.
Чтоб не расслаблялся.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
Нифига себе. Чё ж он так? Не буду сюда ступать. Хотя попробую, может.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
Давай, давай, давай. Не, попробуй тогда обойти это. Может, с другой стороны можно пройти. Тот же чувак с другой стороны стоит. Так. Давай, перепрыгивай, перепрыгивай.
Galloway, need you.
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished.
Ну, попробуем еще раз. Я, правда, не понял, что тут делать надо.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
А, надо по равновесию держать.
You gotta
make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Ну, в принципе, я понял, что делать надо. Это же заморочено, я бы лучше пропустил этот отрывок. Да, пропустить. Так, все, пойдем дальше. Так, куда здесь? Непонятно. Так. Где наш напарник? Так, это та платформа, которая ушла. Давай запрыгивай. Не туда. Так. Что, наверх забраться? Нет. Так. Наш напарник нам не бежит-то. Тоже прыгнул бы вместе с нами. Какой ленивый. Сюда не прыгает. А, вот, это лесенки, по ним можно спускаться. Я сначала не заметил. Наконец-то.
Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers.
Ну-ка, улика. Самое главное, чуть не забыл. Так. Так. Смягчи мучительную боль очей горячих. Пусть губы искаженные сомкнутся. Пускай из чела, увитого шипами, не льется кровь, мешается она. Ударь битом, который вращается в испуге, узнай недвижимость. И пусть твою угрюмую агонии не будет сотрясаться этот крест, и пальцы бледных рук играть не будут запекшуюся кровью. Не хочу назвать тебя по имени, оно проклятием стало. Вижу, возвышенных и мудрых и правдивых. Твои рабы их с ненавистью гонят. Иных нечистой ложью отпугнули. От очага их собственных сердец, оплаканного после слишком поздно. Непонятно
Place he
ничего.
calls home. End of the line.
Ну снова, блин, опять все рушится. Конечно, не успею. Быстренько так все. Ладно, если пару раз поиграю, оно потом меня автоматически перенесется до городского места. Давай, давай, прыгай. Опа,
I
выжил.
thought the whole thing was gonna come crashing down on him.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
You find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out.
Да, куда ехать-то?
You're behind the wheel.
Так он не знает, куда ехать. Давай еще почитаем отрывок, может снова угадаем. Так, седьмой отрывок. Смягчи мучительную боль очей горячих, пусть губы искаженные сомкнутся, пускай с чела увитого шипами не льется кровь, мешается о нас. С росою глаз твоих и пальцем бледных рук играть не буду с запекшейся кровью. Не хочу назвать тебя по имени ужасно. Оно проклятием стало, вижу возвышенных и мудрых и правдивых, твои рабы их с ненавистью гонят. Иных нечистую ложью отпугнули от очага их собственных сердец, оплаканного после слишком поздно. Может, это какой-нибудь кинотеатр? Ну-ка посмотрим. Так, что у нас еще есть? Давай сюда съездим. Значит, правильно подобрал. Церковь все-таки. Ничего себе, последнее место. Неужто тут будет маньяк? Заброшенная церковь и дом священника. 7:36 вечер. Найдите достопримечательность терновый венец Христа. 10 из 30. Получен новый ранг. Да, убийца тут еще шутник.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it? Do you remember me, detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in here like lambs, dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
Где этот баран?
Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
You can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house.
Выйти Идти в катакомбы.
LAPD, give yourself up.
Может, уж какие-нибудь улики есть? Я бы так не подумал. Ладно, погнали за ним дальше. Пипец, вот маньяче.
You realize this must have been the place, Rusty.
Фу, отвратительно.
It's the basis for all his riddles. Prometheus defied the cruel gods. This guy thinks he's doing the same thing.
Defying gods can be hazardous to your health.
Medical experience, maybe? At least some working knowledge of biology. He's cruel and he's methodical. I hate to think what he's done with this thing.
We're going down there.
Убить Гаррета Мейсона.
I'll go.
Не поймать его,
Call for
убить.
backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out.
Нифига у нас справедливость.
You're an interesting man, detective. Why the police?
Yeah, obviously. Oh, wow.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
Surrender now or I will use deadly force.
This thing has come to an end. You know that.
Что-то я уже запутался в этих лабиринтах.
Are you acquainted with slaughter? Understood the power.
Да, больной придурок.
You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever.
Are you comfortable out of the run? Are you comfortable?
Блин, я же правильно за ним бежал. Куда он свалил?
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Ага.
Surrender now or I will use deadly force.
Вот откуда прием. Напарник, как всегда, отстает. Вот филонит, гад. Что он думает, что его не подставят? Вот и все. Странный чувак, на что он вообще надеялся?
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
You finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him. The city owes you both. But there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's going to happen to the suspects in the cases, Captain? I won't be a part of that.
A bit of missing evidence at the grand jury. A procedural error here, a mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go. The DA knows how we'll have to play it.
That's it?
I'm afraid it is. And I have some news for you, Phelps. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go to the glory boys of advice, but my hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours. Celebrate your promotion.
Значит, его снова повысили. Забавно. Интересно, на этом игра закончится. Нет, так, отчет по делу. Найден улик 15 из 15. Дело закрыто блестяще. Повышение отдела нравов. Голливудское отделение полиции. 6-е подразделение. Окей.
Breathe out, kid. You'll go purple. I'm scared, Sarge. Everybody's scared, kid. Anyone who says he isn't is a damn liar. How many times have you been in combat, Sarge? I was with Raider Battalion on Peleliu my first time. Was it bad? It's always bad.
Will this be bad?
As bad as it gets, kid. But you stick by the Marine next to you, and he will stick by you.
So, some of the guys, they aren't very friendly, Sarge.
They've lost a lot of their friends in the last couple of days, kid. They think if they don't get to know you, that they won't have to grieve for you if you get killed. They're wrong. It doesn't work that way. Don't worry. No Marine in this company will let you down.
Черный Цезарь. Новое дело.
Phelps, welcome to Vice. This is your new partner, Roy Earl. Take a seat. A special request was made to transfer you to Ad Vice. We need a man with your kind of starch on this desk, son. We have 2 dead Negroes found in an apartment this morning on Yucca Street. Number 6358, apartment 5.
We got better things to be doing than wasting our time on 2 dead junkies.
Did I ask your opinion, detective? 2 men dead on U.S. Army issue morphine. That makes it an Ad Vice case. Beat it!
Yes, sir.
You and the lieutenant have some history?
You could say that. We used to be partners. So, you're working with the big boys now, Cole?
I guess so, Roy. I thought homicide was the primo assignment.
That may be the case. I asked for you personally, Phelps. I had to pull a few strings to get you over to Advice. How does it feel?
The lieutenant seems to think I'm doing okay.
Okay? Don't get humble on me, Phelps. You're doing great. You're the department pinup boy. War hero and crime fighter. What a combination.
I can assure you I'm no war hero, detective.
Ooh,
Какая
let's
понтовая
rouse some
машина.
hopheads.
You can drive.
Nice
Пусть
car,
он нас
but
довезет.
is it department issue?
No, this is my sled. You can't be seen slumming it in a Nash if you're in Vice Cold. Meanwhile, we got needle freaks kissing it goodbye all over Central Avenue.
Забавно, вроде он работает в разных отделах, а все равно раскрывает основные дни убийства. Какая разница, какой отдел? Странно. Квартира наркоманов.
They really picked a prize shithole for our first date.
It's up the stairs, detectives. Around the corner, last door on the left.
Cops, it's gotta be something big, right?
I'm all done. Your show now.
I've got friends that work with you. How about
Так, вот это место убийства.
Phelps, I've been reassigned to Advice. What have we got?
2 stiffs, overdosed. Been dead a couple of days. Government issue morphine. We use the same syrettes in Okinawa.
Fucking Negro junkies can't take supply this pure.
You know these guys?
I know of them. The younger one's a 2-bit horn player by the name of Cornell Tyree. The other one works in distribution. Started using a little too much of his own product, and Jack D took exception. He wasn't born that ugly. His name's Lamont. Tyrone Lamont.
So who's supplying the drugs?
That's easy. Whoever knocked off the wharves in San Pedro. Jack Dragna, Mickey Cohen. Dope's been all upside down ever since Jimmy Utley started the long walk at Quentin.
You talk about it like it's a system.
It was a system. But those days are long gone.
We are supposed to uphold the law.
Yeah, and we do. But we can't change people. The truth is, everyone wants the license to get a little dirty now and then. Our job is to keep it manageable.
That's how you see it?
See it any other way, and you better forget about being a vice cop.
Can we get on with this? Today, preferably?
Ну, фига дело. Так, ну ладно, смотрим все. Что тут у нас? Водительское удостоверение на имя Тайрона. Так. Мужчина 22 года, ну и так далее. Я не успеваю так быстро читать.
Tyrone
Так.
Lamont, not even 23 years old.
Так, что-то у нас еще.
Never the same.
Выплата по 746, суббота вечером. Корешок с
Small chance in
цифрами.
life is probably better than no chance.
These clowns lived on popcorn?
Must have been messy
Всё?
eaters. It's all over the floor.
Так, это у нас что?
Black Caesar.
Черный Цезарь.
Joint across the street.
Так, осмотрим тело.
Took his jolt and drifted off. And I suppose his friend wasn't in any condition to notice that he had stopped breathing.
Все что ли? Что-то как-то маловато.
Another
Снова
special order
Цезарь.
from the Caesar.
Так, это ноты что ли? Мое богатое воображение, музыка Энтухеева.
I wonder what's the correlation between love of the needle and love of the music.
Бывает, что связаны. Так, новая картинка, странные каракули.
A bell, never the same. Wind. Strange doodle.
Все так. Тут у нас что?
One cigarette is enough to knock you out for combat trauma. 2 of them will stop your heart.
Find anything interesting?
Ничего полезного. Так, давай дальше смотреть.
Looks like it was always going to end this way.
Ну да, следы от уколов. Так, тут у нас что?
I think I've seen it all.
Водительское удостоверение. Так.
They say only the good die young. I hope it was true in your case.
Так, это у нас что? Всегда слушаю 257 FM. Новая улика. Записка с частоты радиостанции.
Why do these two care about his taste in music?
Find anything interesting?
Так, тут у нас что? Шприц, тюбик со стволом, та-та-та,
Street life
муффина.
have no idea how dangerous this stuff is.
Так, это у нас стаканчик снова из Цезаря.
Looks like something was taped to the bottom of the cup.
Странно. Так, что тут у нас? Так, шприц, тюбик с раствором та-та-та муффина.
No cooking or preparation. Must have been the easiest fix these two ever had.
Снова попкорн.
Another special order from the Caesar.
Another day, another dollar.
Скрипка. Дудка.
Never the same, are they?
Так, я на кухне был? Нет, нет, на кухне еще не был. Что тут у нас?
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because of something they
A bit heavy for an empty cup.
Ага. Один шприц тюбика, 1/2 грана. Нифига себе. Видимо, с попкорном наркотики доставляли.
They've been getting their fix right over the counter in broad daylight.
The Emperor across the street appears to shift a lot of popcorn. Let's shake him down.
Ну все, здесь у нас все. Все обходили,
Another
можно
day,
валить.
another dollar.
Так. Походу они в этом баре Цезарь наркотики в открытые покупали. Вместе с попкорном. Подожди-ка. Так, нет, нам же не в эту машину, а вот она. Привык уже на полицейских кататься.
You drive. We need to
Так,
go over the case
кафе
notes.
Черный Цезарь.
Do we know where we're going?
Погнали.
Right. Let's wrap this up before I actually have to work overtime instead of just claiming for it.
You're a true inspiration to us all, Roy.
Тоже напарник не особо любит работать. Везет ему на таких. Так, кафе Черный Цезарь, окей.
Help you?
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD. We're inquiring into the deaths.
Hand over the popcorn, numbskull, before we kick the door in.
Ага.
Get that son of a bitch.
Давай, давай, беги. И сразу валить. Значит, видимо, замешан.
Stay on him.
Давай. Беги, беги за ним. Убегает, гад, убегает. Какой он ловкий. Беглец. Они все такие бегают быстро, шустро. Нифига. Прям акробат.
Eddie, help me out, man. They're trying to kill me. You gotta help me out. What the hell going on here? Morgan! That you?
You picked the wrong cop, you fucking animals.
All right.
I'm gonna teach you this.
Я не люблю.
This is going to end in tears.
Драки. Давай.
Quit dancing around and hit me. Come on then. I'm right here.
Не быть мне боксером.
You're making me and my partner over there mad.
Давай, мочи его, мочи.
I'll be doing you a favor breaking that face.
Ну все, меня забили. Нельзя его подстрелить просто в колено и все. Не понимаю я эти
Eddie, help
драки
me out,
здесь.
man. They're trying to kill me. You gotta help me out. What the hell going on here? Morgan! That you?
You picked the wrong cop, you fucking animals.
I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
All right. If you really want to dance.
Not the face.
I'm gonna beat you black and blue.
Наконец-то я из него выбил дурь.
What's your name?
Morgan.
Half an answer is no answer to me, asshole.
Fleetwood Morgan.
Keep an eye on him, Roy, while I take a look around.
Keep very still, Fleetwood. Don't give me an excuse to shoot you.
Так, ну-ка давай посмотрим, что там у него. Ну-ка, что-то он приблизил только что. Ага. Вот те Голливуд Бронсон Авеню.
These number slips might affect your tone, Fleetwood.
Так, это у нас что?
I don't think so.
Тоже труба. Так. Бесплатный билет джаз-клуб. Синяя
Should be
комната.
stamped on the reverse by the issuer.
Выдано антиперным каким-то Джеймсом
Maybe
Джонс.
Morgan can give us something on this Jones character.
Так.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Тут у нас что?
I think this is going to help us. Take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Так. Поглядим тут. Один шпицтюбик, 1,2 гранта, яд раствор татата морфия. Ну, наркотики мы нашли.
Morphine. It might not be filling, but I'm sure it's satisfying.
Ну да.
About the woman who stabbed her husband and pushed him in front
About
of the
time we
car?
heard what Fleetwood here has to say.
The
Paul.
corner.
Духовку не выключили. Тут мы уже все посмотрели. Ну все, в принципе. Все, что надо, мы нашли.
Advice?
Get the kid's story. He's a small fry, but he could give us someone bigger.
We're inquiring about the deaths of 2 men in an apartment across the street, Fleetwood. We want answers.
Of course. I'll do my best, mister.
Так, жертва передозировки морфиена.
You sold the drugs to Cornell Tyree and Tyrone Lamont.
Oh, I sell fried steaks and black-eyed peas.
Ложь.
You're lying, Fleetwood. We know that you supplied them.
I don't know nothing about no drugs. All I do is my
Может, там
tanny hair
наркотики
flipping
лежат, как он может не
birds. You
причастен
prove any
быть?
different?
Так, шприцы, тюбики с морфием. Стаканы для попкорна с морфином. Вот.
Flipping burgers and strapping jolts of morphine to the bottom of popcorn cups, Fleetwood. Now I want the truth. Who supplies the drugs?
Cat by the name of Armstrong Edwards. All right, he brings the stuff around about once a day.
I know Armstrong. He's a two-bound, strictly small time. Who's he working for, Fleetwood?
Jermaine Jones.
Так, правильно задали. Найди
We
квитанцию
have you for the
лотереи.
hop and resisting arrest. Tell us about the numbers if you want our help.
Look, the numbers are the white man's tax on poor folk. All right, now what else you want to know?
Давай сомнения.
We have an address on the slips. We're gonna go down there now and rat you out, Fleetwood. Tell whoever it is that you rolled over and gave them up.
No. Look, I've been cooperative, okay? Now you gotta help me some.
Fleetwood, I'm going to speak personally to the judge on your behalf.
A name, Fleetwood.
Look, he's a real slick dude. Wears a hat and swings a cane. Goes by the name of Merlin. All right, I ain't got a last name.
See you at the station, Fleetwood.
Wait, you're gonna help me, right?
Of course, kid. You helped us out. We always like to repay a favor.
Can you see that Fleetwood gets a nice cell, Wallace? One with a window and a nice fresh pillow.
Ну, погнали так. Нам позвонить надо.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Jermaine Jones musical booking agency.
Just a moment, Detective. Jermaine Jones. The office is listed as 5528 Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks.
Так, ну, погнали дальше.
You can drive. Fine. Where are we headed?
Давай, горный притон. Поехали.
Hey, such a thing as soap, you know?
I heard you were in the blue room the other night. Shouldn't you have been at home? Tucked in bed with the wife and kids?
Where I go is your business?
It couldn't have had anything to do with a certain delightful but damaged German girl, could it?
I don't know what you're talking about, Roy.
Не нравится мне его напарник, он намного хуже прошлого. Мутный такой, пипец, скользкий. Игорный притон, так. Так, ладно, на этом мы сегодня закончим. Всем спасибо за просмотр, всем, кому нравятся мои видео, подписывайтесь на мой канал. Всем пока!